Hey everybody, this is John from Our Home from Scratch. This week we're doing a couple videos on our built-in projects, kind of little how-tos. The big one will be how to make the doors. That's kind of important. But we're adding a divider so we can have two doors, and we didn't show that in the post when I built the bottom face frame. So we're going to show you how to do that real quick here now. First thing I'm going to do is set up the face frame on my work table, propping it up on a couple 1x so I can slide another 1x underneath it. You'll see that in a second. I'm going to measure off the center of this face frame on the top and the bottom with a pencil and a speed square. I'm just going to make those marks, and then what I'll do is I'll be able to slide that 1.5 inch wide divider underneath it, and I can leave it a little long, and then I can use the edge of the face frame to mark the top and the bottom of that piece. Makes it a little easier than having to measure it with measuring tape, and then try to cut it on the measuring tape marks. It's easier just to use the piece to mark it directly. Then I'm just going to bring it over to my miter saw, and I'm going to cut right through it using my 60-tooth blade, right on both of those. So I'll do the one side, and I'll flip it around, and then just do the other. And I'm using a compound sliding miter saw here, but you can use any old saw for this because that's not particularly important for this part of it. But anyway, I like to cut on one side of the line and not through the line. It's important that you not blow right through the line because the blade actually is 1/8 of an inch thick, and that could throw off your cut. So what I'm going to then do is bring that piece back to the table, and I'm going to push it in the center of the face frame, and then I'm going to use my measuring tape to mark. I'm going to actually measure both angles, both diagonals, and if both diagonals are equal, that means the piece is square. So if it's out of square, you need to kind of move the divider back and forth one way or the other. With the piece in there, I'm going to put some glue on each end, and I'm going to prop it up on our table, and then just use my Kreg jig here to hold it down, and use a couple pocket screws to keep it in place. So it's not too hard, but you know, it's something I felt we should have shown on there on the blog. So just kind of gets you an idea of what it's like working on these things. But this part's pretty simple, and the face frame was a piece of cake to make. So next up, we'll be showing you how to make the doors, and definitely this week, hopefully tomorrow, I may actually work on that next. But this little divider here lets us basically separate this between the left and the right side, and we're going to do a little inset door here, and if you want to see how to make doors for built-ins or doors for cabinets, this is essentially just a basic cabinet, then you might want to check out our next video. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I have this little Kreg clamp there for the table. It came in really handy for that, and that box of screws is probably going to be on the floor in my basement in about 5 seconds here. But that's it. So thanks for tuning in, and check out our next video.